Most teams are finished, but the water is nice. The volleyball sections begin, and hey, that ball was out. Celebrate achievements and jump right into all the action. Sportsnight is next.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sportsnight. I'm Joe Young.
And I'm Howie Shapiro. Joe, we're really winding down. Really short show tonight.
Yeah, it is. And, of course, it's playoff time, so the Whiskers have made an appearance. Getting a little bit of an early start for Movember, so please apologize the scruffy appearance. But as you mentioned, a short show. Only a couple of teams remaining. After tonight, only two teams remaining in action. That would be swimming.
Lacrosse.
I was about to say lacrosse. Don't ask. Swimming and cross country.
That is correct.
Yeah,
you were close. You were close. You were close.
It was Le Cross Country. We made it French.
Yeah.
But we're going to talk about the volleyball team to start things off. They wrapped up the regular season schedule on Thursday with a trip. Oh, first they were Tuesday. They had their last home match against Centennial. They lose to the Cougars 25-14, 25-14, and 25-15. Hannah Gonzalo, 3 kills, 4 digs, and an ace. Missy Schmitz had 2 kills, 2 aces, and a block. Harris, Schweitzer, and Yost also there on the stats page. Now we can talk about how they wrapped up the regular season schedule on Thursday with a trip to Osseo to face a very tough Orioles squad. Osseo had a 9-match win streak in the middle of the season and had won 3 of the previous 4 going into Thursday night's match. They had a chance to pull into a tie for second place in the conference, and they weren't going to let the Cardinals stand in their way. Orioles get out to a big lead early in the first set. Cardinals able to end a long point streak, though. Missy Schmitz getting the kill in the middle of the net. Still, they trail 14-5 at that point. Osseo gets right back on a roll. They set up their middle hitter, 6-foot junior Tina Bowe. Great attack to the back corner. Orioles take the first 25-9. They keep that momentum going into the second. Short serve gets the defense scrambling. Nice movement on the transition for the Orioles. Bowe flying through the middle again. Osseo wins in the second, 25-14. Cardinals trying to avoid the sweep in the third. Nice turn on this point. Set up Hannah Gonzalo on the left side. Nice power to the back corner. And that one's not coming back. Coon Rapids was able to keep it closer longer in the third set, but the end result would be the same. Bowe was effective on the attack all over the front line, and Osseo ends it early with a 25-17 victory in the third set.
You know, I do like the beard in the over-the-shoulder shot. I think, at least for November, maybe we change your name to Guy. and Guy Yund, I kind of like that. Kind of goes with the hockey theme in the movie. What do you think? Just think about it.
I'll give it some thought.
The Cardinals drew the 11th seed in the Section 5 AAA tournament, and that meant a trip to Maple Grove to start the postseason. The 6-seeded Crimson came into the playoffs hot. They had won 7 straight matches to finish the regular season schedule. Only lost 2 sets during that stretch. It would be a mighty challenge for the Cardinals to face to keep their season alive. Coon Rapids able to keep pace with Maple Grove early. Hannah Gonzalo was on her game as she helped the team to a 10-10 tie in the first set. Unfortunately, that's when the Crimson really turned up the tempo. They finished the first with a 15-3 run to take an early control, 25-13 in that first set. Similar story in the second. Maple Grove coming up here a little sloppy on this point, and Coon Rapids takes advantage. Nice set for Gonzalo again. She hammers it down, as you're going to see here, to the floor or down the line. Gonzalo finished with 11 kills in the match. But again, after a 13-all tie, the Crimson go back to their big gun. Lauren Bright had over 250 kills this season. She gets another one in the middle here. A 12-1 run finishes the second set, 25-14. Maple Grove leads, no doubt, in the third. They jump to the lead early, never let the Cardinals get too close. Great defense by Bright with the block. The Crimson have a number of weapons, but she is clearly a standout. She finishes the soft pass back to the net for the point here. Maple Grove completes the sweep with a 25-8 win in the third. And we did the match last evening, and we talked about in the first two sets, they did a nice job of keeping it close in the middle, but once that they got over that 10-point, 13-point margin, Maple Grove really stepped it up.
Yeah, and Maple Grove's got a lot of weapons on that team. It's a team that only finished a little over 500, but really coming into their own down the stretch of the regular season. Lauren Bright, and really they went around and were using some different pieces of their offense. during those times, and then when they wanted to turn it on, they went back to her. Alexa Otto also had a nice game
Without
for
a doubt.
them,
Yep.
as did Peterson, hitting on the left side.
Well, and they were coming into this match really on a streak, winning their 7 last season regular season games. So coming in on a roll, and they played like it.
Yeah, and they are going to need it to continue because they now move on to the quarterfinal round where they will see number 3 seed Delano, a team they're not familiar with. Those two teams did not see one another during the regular season. And there you see just above that, number 2 seed Champlain Park had the bye. They get Orono, the 7 seed, beating St. Michael Albertville 3-1. Other half of the bracket, Wayzata, the number 1 seed, gets Buffalo. Scored a minor upset over Rogers. Blaine, the number 4 seed, was the last team to get a bye, and they'll get Osseo, and that one should be very good.
Yep.
Of course, 2 Northwest Suburban teams, and so 2 teams that know each other very, very well, and it should be an interesting match.
Without a doubt.
To see who gets into the semifinal round. Cross-country team was off this past week, but they have the 5AA championship coming up at Anoka High School on Thursday afternoon. This week, state championships will be held at St. Olaf a week from Saturday. Swimming and diving team has 2 weeks off now to get ready for the section championships, and they should be feeling pretty good after a dominant performance in the conference tournament. Northwest Suburban is too big for a true championship meet, so they pair up and battle for places. The Cardinals' draw put them up against Park Center and Irondale for 11th place in the conference. They had beaten the Pirates, and the Pirates had beaten the Knights, so they were pretty confident going in. Coon Rapids took first place in 11 of the 12 events at this tri-meet. Exciting finish early. Second event of the night, the 200 freestyle. Cardinals freshman Claire Hendrick takes this one by a fingertip, winning by less than 1/10 of a second. Up next, the 200 IM. Senior captain Lizzie Giese in the center lane, and this finish would not be nearly as dramatic. She cruises to the win in 2 minutes 18.69 seconds, almost 14 seconds ahead of second place. Hendrick at it again in the 50 free, and she's going to win an all-out sprint with another close finish, touching up in 27.16, just about 1/4 of a second ahead of second place. Back to the veteran Giese, showing off in this meet just how fast she really is. 100 butterfly, she's done in 1 minute, 2 seconds flat, 6.5 seconds she would have to wait before she could shake hands with second place. More youth now. Megan Schultze, a very promising prospect for the program. 7th grader set the pace in the 100 free, getting to the wall with a very impressive 58.99. Another middle schooler leading the way in the 500 free. 8th grader Tamala King jumped out to a lead early, kept a great pace, and finished strong, cruising in alone in 5 minutes 57.27 seconds. Cardinals fly to the victory with 131 points. Park Center had 102, and Irondale finished with 94.
Yeah, definitely nice to get the win. Nice to get that finish for the Cardinals. And you know, they do have a lot of young swimmers in this program. Coach Donaldson does a great job of certainly with the program and keeping us updated, and we certainly appreciate that. And I found out he's also going to be coaching the boys as well, so that's great for the program.
Yeah, and looking forward to working with him throughout the winter season as well. They've got section championships that will start on the 12th, so about 2 weeks away to get ready for that one, and then state championships start the following week. They will have a couple of girls that will definitely have a chance to get past. Lizzie Giese has been there a couple of times, and she is going to be working hard to try and get back there again to finish her career. But very exciting things, as you talked about the youth in this program.
Yes, absolutely.
A number of middle schoolers and freshmen making impacts for the team, and that is only says great things about the future of the swimming and diving team here in Coon Rapids.
And it's one of the things they've always kind of lacked is the numbers in that program, and if they can get some younger athletes to swim at a little younger age, get a little experience, and that will bode well for the program in the future.
Yeah, and believe it or not, that's all we have for you on this edition of Sports Night. Really? Next week, we'll be back to wrap things up for the fall season, and this is what we have coming up. It's all girls hockey for the first couple of weeks of the winter season, quotes unquotes. The Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids newly combined team will start their season actually on Saturday before the Tuesday game against Andover, but we'll get the Andover game. We'll also see them against Champlain Park on Saturday the 14th, and then at Anoka on the 21st. That's going to do it for this edition of Sports Night. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us to continue to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying goodnight.